It's time for Cedar Park Timberwolves baseball. Head coach Lanny Williams leads the team as they go for the program's 7th district championship and 16th playoff appearance. Brought to you on the Vype Live Network by ASI Protection Services, Southern Landscape, Covert Cadillac Buick GMC, Centex Material Handling, The Steam Team, Thundercloud Subs, Bussy Roofing, Empire Home Solutions, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. And now, calling the shots for today's game, here's the voice of the Timberwolves, Brad Cohn.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Blue Diamond in Leander, Texas. This is Timberwolves Baseball Tonight, the live worldwide broadcast. Cedar Park Baseball here on the Vype Network. I'm the V of the T, Brad Cohn. Len DeSalvo, our QA tonight. Thanks, Len. Tonight, the return match against the Leander Lions, who upset the Timberwolves 11-5 at J. Severe Field a few weeks ago, knocking Cedar Park out of the top 25 briefly at that time. Timberwolves lead the all-time series with the Lions, 16 wins to 10. Much of Leander's success in this series has come fairly recently. Cedar Park is only 4-5 against them since 2015. Prior to that, Cedar Park led the series 11 games to 5. Cedar Park 14-6 on the year, 6-2 in district. Leander's 14-6 and 5-3. Cedar Park is in a four-way tie for first place. Leander just one game back. Their district losses have come against Rouse twice, 8-2 and 12-2, and to Liberty Hill 5-4. The most impressive district win, other than the one over Cedar Park, is over Georgetown, 6-4. This game's a 296 broadcast of Timberwolves baseball on KMAX Sports of the Vype Live Network. Since starting this in 2008, we've won 187 of those. T-Wolves going for all-time win number 417 here in their 23rd season of varsity play, and it would be their 188th win on one of our live broadcasts. For head coach Lanny Williams, it would be his 211th career win. Weather today for Leander, Texas, cloudy and windy, wind blowing in from left field at 10 to 13 knots. Humidity very low. Temperature 74 degrees, dipping down into the mid to high 60s before games end. Send your email to vofthet@gmail.com, VOFTHET, voice of the Timberwolves, vofthet@gmail.com. Tell us where you're watching from, who your favorite player is, and we'll give you a shout out on the air. Looking at the starting lineups tonight. First for the visiting Timberwolves, leading off and on the mound is Cade Davis. Batting second at short, Julian Swift. Batting third behind the plate, Louis Alonzo. Cleanup hitter tonight, third baseman Adam Vaughn. Batting fifth, playing first, Jackson Harvey. Batting sixth in center field, Christian Pickens. Batting seventh in right field, Ethan Becker. Batting eighth, second baseman Quint Mullen. Batting ninth, left fielder Houston Molinaro. So Davis, Swift, Alonzo, Vaughn, Harvey, Pickens, Becker, Mullen, Molinaro. And for Leander, the home team, leading off the pitcher Caden Wheatley. He was also their leading receiver in football. Batting second at shortstop, Andrew Buenteo. Batting third, catcher Jaron Cotton. Cleanup hitter is third baseman Dylan Capers. Batting fifth, first baseman Lucas Flores. Batting sixth, center fielder Caden Sisson. Batting seventh, the DH Damian Stout. Batting eighth, second baseman Peyton Gordon. Batting ninth, left fielder Adon Salazar. So for the Lions, Wheatley, Buenteo, Cotton, Capers, Flores, Sisson, Stout, Gordon, Salazar. Not far from getting underway here. National Anthem is coming up next, and we'll step aside for that presentation here. And if we get enough time before first at-bat, I'll give you a rundown on the current status of District 25-5A, scores from Saturday night, other games tonight, and the standings and records. Cedar Park, you can see, wearing their black jerseys, white numbers, gray pants, Leander all in white with mostly red trim. And here is the national anthem. All right, let's play some ball. First, we will give you the District 25 5A roundup scores from Saturday. Liberty Hill all over Eastview 17-1. Rouse on Leander 12-2. Georgetown over Glen 13-1. Cedar Park 13, Marble Falls 6. That leaves the standings looking like this. 4 teams tied at the top at 6-2 in district play. There are Liberty Hill, Rouse, Cedar Park, and Georgetown. Leander a game back at 5-3. Glen, Marble Falls, and Eastview all tail end Charlie at 1-7. Latest poll came out Monday. Cedar Park moves up from 22 to 18 despite the loss at Georgetown. Rouse is at 9, Georgetown 10, Liberty Hill 24. So 4 teams in the top 24 now. Other Cedar Park opponents: Corpus Christi Ray number 2, Lubbock Cooper number 1, Lake Travis number 2 in 6A. Other district games tonight: Eastview at Glen, 2-1-7 teams. So somebody's going to climb out of the cellar. Rouse 6-2, Liberty Hill 6-2. That game in Liberty Hill. Somebody's going to drop out of the first place tie. Georgetown 6-2. They are at Marble Falls, who's 1-7. And that's your District 25 5A roundup. A little late start here tonight. Scheduled at 7. At 7:48, we'll be underway momentarily. Reason is bad weather moving through the northwest Austin area. We were here getting all set up, and facilities people came by and shushed everybody into the school. I had to take all my equipment down, take it in there. Guys played about an hour worth of kickball in the old Leander gym. Get their energy built up, and then we came back out here and got ready to go. So here we go, 7:49 getting underway here in Central Texas. Cade Davis will lead off for Cedar Park. Looking at Cade's hitting numbers this year: 74 plate appearances, 65 bat-bats, 26 hits, 22 of them singles, pair of doubles, pair of triples. Takes a called strike 1. Got 13 RBIs, one of the tops in the team. Scored 9 times, walked 9 times, struck out 5 times. Comes into the night hitting right at 400, on base at 473, slugging at 492, and his OPS is 965. Cade Davis. That was a good pitch, but he didn't like it. Outside, 2-1. Julian Swift on deck, Louis Alonzo in the hole. Louis couldn't play the last game against Marble Falls, having been unceremoniously ejected for no real reason the game before. A game plus suspension. That one misses. 3-1 to Cade Davis. Got to become a 77%er. You see, we're set up at the top of the stands, kind of left of the center line of the field. And ball 4, low and away. Cade Davis with a 5-pitch walk to start out the game. 2-hole hitter now, shortstop Julian Swift. Look at Julian's offensive numbers on the year. Pretty good. Since Cade is pitching, they're going to run for him with Brooks Dillman. Let me get that marked down here. Look at Swift's numbers. 77 trips to the plate, 68 official at-bats, 28 hits, 21 singles, 4 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 18 RBIs, and 18 runs scored. Both of those lead the team. Walked 5 times, struck out only 3 times, hitting .412. And that hits him. I just said he'd been hit 3 times, now it's 4. On the first pitch from Caden Wheatley. Pushes Davis's runner Dillman to second. Swift is aboard at first with the catcher Louis Alonzo. Alonzo back after about a game and a half, having been suspended for that bad call by the umpire along the first base line against Marble Falls. Called strike on Louis. A little curveball that started too far in and came back over the inside edge of the plate. Alonzo's numbers: 57 official at-bats, 22 hits, 20 of them are singles. There's a called strike 2. That was a much better pitch. 20 of them are singles, 1 double, 1 triple, 12 RBIs. He scored 5 times. They run for him a lot because he's the catcher. Walked 5 times, struck out 5 times, and comes into the ninth hitting .386, Louis Alonso. First and second, no outs. And he hits him too. So the bases are loaded and nobody's out yet. Davis goes to third, Swift to second, and Alonso is aboard at first for the cleanup hitter tonight, third baseman Adam Vaughn. And it strikes me, I haven't updated your scoreboard from the start of the game. Let me do that right now. Top of the first inning. No outs. Bases loaded for Adam Vaughn. Look at Vaughn's numbers. Not a lot because he missed so much with that hurt back, about 3 weeks. 15 at-bats, 6 hits, 4 singles, a double. 6 RBIs, also has a home run, scored 5 times. Batting .400 coming into tonight. Pitch is high. 1-0 to Vaughn. Caden Wheatley struggling on the mound here as the game begins. He's thrown 3 called strikes, 8 balls. From the stretch. This one is taken to the gap in right center. It's going to go all the way to the wall on the 2 hops. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. A third rounds third, but he's going to get sent back. The throw was good home. Good decision to stay. Davis scores from third. Swift from second. It's 2-0 Timberwolves. Still no outs. Alonso at third. 2 RBIs and the deep double for Adam Vaughn. Jackson Harvey, first baseman, 5-hole hitter tonight to the plate. Lefty. Harvey into the night hitting .283. Got a homer on the year. In fact, he's got 2. Tied for the team lead in that category was Swift, who is on second. First one misses, 1-0. A little low, 2-0. We're witnessing I'm not sure what the applause is for. I look down. I know we're witnessing what we see a lot of times in high school umpiring is if a pitcher is struggling, the umpire will kind of not give him any close calls. Seeing that here. There have been a couple pitches he could have called a strike here, and he did not. Swing and a miss on that one. A little off speed. 2-1 to Harvey. Harvey's walked 11 times, and that leads the team. He's also, though, struck out 11 times. That leads the team. Here's a 2-1. Called strike 2 on the outside edge. No outs, 2-0 Timberwolves. Runners at second and third. Vaughn at second, Alonso at third. Already dark here because of the late start. Start about 43 minutes late because of some weather in the area. Glad you're with us, though. That one high. Count runs full to Jackson Harvey. He's already issued a leadoff walk and hit 2 guys. 3-2, though. Harvey got to protect the plate. That one's well inside. Bases loaded. Second walk of the inning and of the game for Caden Wheatley. Reloads the bases for the 6-hole hitter, center fielder Christian Pickens. 49 official at-bats, 16 hits, 11 singles, 4 doubles, and a homer. 11 RBIs, 12 runs scored, third on the team. Walked 3 times, struck out 9 times, comes into the night hitting .329. Christian Pickens. Now Matt Grissom, Leander coach, comes out to talk to his pitching battery and his infield defense. We'll set that for you. It's Wheatley on the mound, Jaron Cotton behind the plate. Across from third to first for the Lions, Dylan Capers, Andrew Buenteo, Peyton Gordon, and Lucas Flores. The outfield left to right. Aiden Salazar, Caden Sisson, and Nathan Seaman. 2-0 Timberwolves with the bases loaded and no outs. Christian Pickens, a pretty good hitter at 329 at the plate. He just gets something through the infield. It's another run. Becker is on deck, then Quentin Mullen. In the bottom of the order was Houston Molinaro. Let's go pick, crowd says. Swing and a miss on that one. Went fishing a little low, probably, I would say. 0-1 to Pickens. And the full windup now with the bases loaded. It's a good pitch. Something off speed. It curves down through the zone. 0-2. Outside, through to the screen. A run will come home. 3-0 as Alonso scores on the wild pitch of the pass ball. Vaughn moves to third. Jackson Harvey goes to second. And it's a 1-2 count to Christian Pickens. 3-0 Timberwolves. Still no outs. Pickens is the sixth batter of the frame. Maybe they ought to play kickball in the gym before every game. Here's the 1-2 to Christian. Fouled back behind him, still 1-2. "21 pitches in this inning for Caden Wheatley, and only 8 of them have been strikes. Coaches look for a 2-to-1 strike to ball ratio, well behind that. Thrown far more balls than strikes, and there's another one, 2-2 to Pickens. Becker on deck, Quentin Mullen in the hole for Cedar Park. I'll get the email up going in a minute. voftheT@gmail.com. Send me a message, and Christian Pickens is sent down looking for the first out of the game. One down, bases still loaded for Ethan Becker, the right fielder. Becker, 39 at-bats, 15 hits, 13 singles, 2 doubles, 3 RBIs, scored 10 runs. Walked 6 times, struck out 5 times, into the night hitting .385. Ethan Becker. That one misses low, maybe away as well, 1-0. At third is Adam Vaughn, Jackson Harvey at second. That one a little bit out or a little bit high or both. Mullen on deck now, Molinaro in the hole. If we get to Molinaro, we will have batted around in the top of the first. Here's the pitch. A good one, but I guess it stayed low in the zone. 3-0 to Ethan. He's already given out 4 free passes in this inning. Caden Wheatley, 2 guys he hit, 2 guys he walked. That one's inside, ball 4. Oh my goodness! Woo! Little myopia on the umpire. That pitch, as you could see on the screen, was inside the chalk batting box line, and he called that a strike. So 3-1 to Becker. Way out, so that doesn't matter now. Becker's at first, and the bases are loaded again, this time for second baseman Quentin Mullen. Mullen, 36 trips to the plate, 34 official at-bats, 7 hits, 5 singles, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs, scored 3 runs, walked once, struck out 7 times, comes in hitting .206, Quentin Mullen. Playing second tonight, as he did the other day. This one low. It's a fastball, 1-0. This is already right here going to be the 30th pitch of the inning for Caden Wheatley. And it's a strike. 1-1 to Mullen. Still just one out. Molinaro on deck. He's the 9th hitter of the inning. There's a nice pitch. They're going to throw down. The throw beat him, but it was well inside of the bag, and he had to try to whip the tag around, so not in time to tag him, even though the throw was fast. It's called a strike, 1-2 to Mullen. That one outside, gets in the air, catcher grabs it, and he'll try to throw home, not in time, the run scores. Adam Vaughn in from third, and it's 4-0. And on that play, Harvey goes from second to third, Becker from first to second. Pitch was a ball, count 2-2 to Quint Mullen. Still just one out. Pickens the only out. Caught looking at a 2-2 strike. There's a fastball that misses low, maybe outside as well. Another full count. Fourth batter of 8 that Caden Wheatley has faced has gone to a 3-ball count. Kind of windy tonight. You see the flags are kind of blowing from the left field foul pole to the bag at first, not quite straight in. That one's fouled up the third baseline. We'll do full count all over again. This is pitch number 35 of the inning for Caden Wheatley. Foul. Stays with a full count. Swing and a miss. Quint Mullen is down on a swinging strikeout. The defense hasn't gotten Leander any out. Well, there hadn't been many balls put in play, just the double by Adam Vaughn. Everybody else has gotten a free pass or struck out. So 2 down. The left fielder, Houston Molinaro. Molinaro comes in hitting .316 on the season. Left-handed hitter. Already got great speed, and he gets a one-step head start to first. Here's a nice pitch. Pulled the string a little bit on that one. 0-1 to Houston.
You got this, H.
Swung on and lifted to left. Looks like he's got a beat on it, and he does. A.D. Salazar with a catch, but the Timberwolves bat around. They get 6 base runners and 4 of them score, and they lead after a half an inning of play, 4-0. We'll be right back.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you, and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
All right, welcome back. Brad Cohn, helped out tonight by QA Len DeSalvo. Some updating my stats here. Hayden Salazar, 38 pitches in the top of the first, only 18 strikes, 20 balls. Not the ratio you want at all. He hit 2 guys, walked 2, allowed just 1 hit, but it was a big one. Gave up 4 runs. Struck out 2. So bottom of the first now. Lions at the plate. Wheatley will lead off. Shortstop Andrew Boyne-Taylor will hit second, and then the catcher Jaron Cotton. Wheatley helped dig his team a hole in the first inning, even though Cedar Park kind of just let it happen. Only 1 hit, but they sent 9 to the plate and scored 4 runs. It's a nice pitch for a called strike 1 on Wheatley. From Cade Davis. High and out, 1-1. Davis comes in the game with 36 2/3 innings. Been in 7 games, started 6 of them, a 5-1 record. Gave up 25 hits, 12 runs, only 6 of them, there's a swing and strike, were earned. Walked just 12, struck out 38, leads the team. ERA of 1.145. Cade Davis, one of the best pitchers in the league, just a sophomore. Got him for 2 more years after this. Fouled out of play. 1-2 to Wheatley. Leander scored their share of runs on us last time at home. Cedar Park determined not to let that happen again. Down to first to consummate the strikeout. 1 down. First pitch, Vaughn faces. He strikes him out. Good deal. And it's his mound opponent. One out now here in the bottom of the first. Andrew Boyne-Taylor, the shortstop, comes up with nobody aboard. Wow, see, I thought that was inside too. Not as inside as the one they called against us in the upper part of the inning. Called a strike, 0-1 to Boyne-Taylor. Swing and a miss. Fooled him with the speed on that one, 0-2. Boyne-Taylor spelled Buentello. Looks like Boontello. Boyne-Taylor. Here's the 0-2 from Davis. Wow, nothing wrong with that pitch. Umpire wanted to give Boyne-Taylor another look. 1-2. Send him down, Cade. There it is. Pulled the speed string on that one, and Boyne-Taylor swang way in front of it. 2 strikeouts to start the game for Cade Davis. Jaron Cotton, the catcher, with 2 outs and nobody on. Glad you're with us for this late starting game. Already after 8 at 8:11, and we're still in the first inning. First one misses, 1-0 to Cotton. Cade got to 2 outs in his first inning work with just 8 pitches thrown. For Wheatley, it took 36. Tapper on the ground towards first base. Jackson Harvey to the bag for the unassisted putout, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Cade Davis against the Leander Lions. 1 complete in the books. Cedar Park up 4-0. We'll be right back.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Covert Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Covert has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises and 7 locations, Covert continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Covert for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
All right, welcome back to what they call the Blue Diamond here in Leander. Ballpark, it's the home field of the Lions. Cedar Park up 4-0 after one complete inning. Now to the top of the second. Timberwolves will try to add to that lead. And they are at the top of the order again, batted around in the first. Here's Cade Davis, tonight's pitcher, who threw only 10 pitches to get them out in the bottom of the first. 7 of those were strikes. Davis came into the game hitting .400. He's still hitting .400. He walked and scored the first time up. That one a called strike on the outside edge. 0-1 to Davis. Curve stayed outside. 1-1. It is still Caden Wheatley on the mound. Oh, no, wait a minute. It's a different number. Let me look for you here in a second. This one on the ground of the second baseman. Gathers it in. Goes over to first. Peyton Gordon to Lucas Flores, and there's one down.
Now batting number 24, Julian Swift.
As Swift comes to the plate. Let me look up that pitcher. I think it's number 24. That would be Hayden Capers on the mound now, spelling Wheatley, who really struggled. Swift's second at-bat of the game. Starts out with a ball, 1-0. He was hit on the first pitch he saw in the first inning, and he ended up coming around to score. Fouled back in the plate area, 1-1 to Swift. Pretty good crowd here tonight for both the home team and us, the visitors. Turned into a really nice-looking night for baseball. That one bounced in front of the plate and got through the catcher, Jaron Cotton, to the screen. 2-1 to Julian Swift. That one's low, 3-1 to Swift. And we got an email from Richard Harvey, one of our best customers of this. Good luck, great hits, amazing fielding against Leander. Go Timberwolves. Grandparents Richard Rosalie Harvey watching from Granbury, Texas. Thanks for watching. It's fouled off, so the count full now to Julian Swift. v@gmail.com. Tell me where you're watching from. Of course, who you are and who you're watching in particular. Goes through for ball 4, and Swift's aboard again for free.
Now batting number 19, Luis Alonso.
Louis Alonso comes in hitting .386. Still hitting that because he was also hit on an 0-2 pitch first time up, and he also came around to score. One out, Swift at first. We have a Swift player on the base path. That one misses, 1-0. Good view from the camera tonight. I was able to sneak both third and first base in their entirety. Fouled back to the screen. You can just see the left fielder out on the left edge of the screen, so you can see all 9 players the way they're positioned right now. 1-1 now to Louis Alonso. Tapper, 2 hops off the glove of the shortstop. Swift will round second and end up at third. Got to give that an E6 on shortstop Buenteo. Alonso at first. Swift goes from first to third. Swiftly. So runners at the corners for Adam Vaughn playing third base tonight. He was a pitcher in a kickball game in the gym an hour and a half ago. His team won by about 4 runs over the team led by Murray Robinson. Vaughn into the game hitting 400. He had a 2 RBI double. 2 bouncer off the right field wall. First time up. There's a throw to first. Their first of the game. Cedar Park has had 12 batters. 8 of them have reached base. Long wait. This one way outside. 1-0 to Vaughn. Hayden Capers on in relief after one sketchy inning from the starter, Caden Wheatley, of 38 pitches and only 18 of those were strikes. Only gave up 1 hit, but lots of free passes. Lots of called balls. Another throw to first. To second. Only 3 batters in that first round through. As the runner's on his way, the throw in time and got him. Nice quick throw by Jaron Cotton. Buenteo, the shortstop, with the tag at second. And there are 2 down. That was Louis Alonso. Coach Williams was trying to say he didn't come set. Maybe that should have been a balk, but didn't win the argument. So 2 outs now. Runner at third is Swift. Vaughn with a 1-0 count. Well, he's saying 1-1. I had the same thing as the scoreboard, 1-0. Must have forgot to mark something down. It's a good pitch, but I guess not good enough. 2-1 to Adam. Glenn, I don't think. Do you have the Liberty Hill game? If you do, it'd be good to get updates from that. If you don't, no big deal. That's one we'd be interested in here, being a 25-5A contest. Adam steps back in. Here's the 2-1. A nice pitch. 2-2. Now a strike away from from batting around to just sending forward to the plate here in the second. Haven't been able to add to that 4-0 lead yet. That one outside, maybe low, count full to Adam Vaughn. Strike to ball ratio still behind 500 for this new pitcher, Hayden Capers. On the ground, shortstop will have to backhand. It's going to be a long throw. He can't pick it up. The run scores. I don't think he gets him anyway. I'm going to call that an infield single. He was so far into the backhand and into the grass. By the time he stopped, planted, and threw, I tell you what, Adam was going to beat that anyway. I'm giving him an infield single. It's Swift who scored on the play. Still 2 outs. But now 5-0 Timberwolves. Jackson Harvey stepping to the plate. 2 outs and a runner at first, Vaughn. Harvey into the night hitting .283, walked and was stranded at third in the first inning. Tapped towards third, pitcher off the mound for it, throws over it. Is it in time? He got it. Nice stretch by the first baseman. Hayden Capers to Lucas Flores for the out that ends the inning. Cedar Park, infield single, an error and a walk, scores another run, now leads 5-0. through an inning and a half of play. We'll be right back in just a minute.
Home Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
The Steam Team is a true Austin original, the only locally owned full-service cleaning and catastrophe management company in the Austin area. The Steam Team serves homeowners and businesses with a wide range of services, meeting both routine and emergency needs with prompt, expert, guaranteed service. Founded in Austin in 1983, the Steam Team has built its reputation on performing beyond expectations, with greater professional focus and personal involvement than its competitors. Initial consultation and planning through project.
All right, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the second now. They're at 4, 5, and 6 in the order. This is Dylan Capers, third baseman, swing and a miss. Starts out 0-1 against Davis. Glad you're with us. If you're in the area, though, come on out to Leander's. Breeze blowing the flags, but none really here in the stands. Comfortable night out here. Beautiful night to play baseball. 1-1 the count now to Capers. That one a little low. 2-1 from Davis. First baseman Lucas Flores is on deck for the Lions, and then the 6-hole hitter, center fielder Caden Sisson. Right down the tube for a called strike 2. Now this is interesting. Looks like this is Hayden Capers. It's not who they said they were playing in this part of the order. He's the guy on the mound. This one's a tall one. Coming up is the center fielder. Makes the catch. Christian Pickens had to wait a while for that one to come down.
Now batting number 22, Lucas Flores.
One down for the first baseman, Lucas Flores, hitting tonight in the 5-hole position for Leander. Nobody aboard. Lions down 5-0 Cedar Park. Frankly, this is what should have happened the first time we played them. And this series is really kind of weird lately in that the home team seems to find it hard to win. Cedar Park's lost 4 in a row to Leander at home, and they've won 4 in a row against Leander here in this park. Here's the 1-0. Called strike 1. One big time at a neutral seeding game played at Glenn at the end of district play last year. That's fouled out of play. I think that game was like 12-1 or something. Called early. Two teams tied with the same record at the end of district play. That one settled the title in favor of Cedar Park. Gave them the number 1 seed. High and in, 2-2 to Flora. That was a very satisfying win. Boy, that was a good pitch, and the umpire just kind of fell asleep on it. Calls it a ball. So instead of sitting him down, it's a full count. First full count of the game for Leander. Swing and miss, sends him down anyway. Third strikeout in 5 batters for Cade Davis. Two outs now for the center fielder, 6-hole hitter, Caden Sisson. 2 outs, nobody on for Sisson. Throw from Davis right down the pipe. 0-1. Here. Cheers from Cedar Park. 80 or 100, something like that here. Leander has maybe just a handful more. Swing and a miss, 0-2. They haven't been making as much noise for some reason. And certainly not the kind of noise they were making at our park a couple of weeks ago that required the policemen to help get some of them out of there at the end. Comes the 0-2, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts to end the inning for Cade Davis. A 1-2-3 inning for 2 innings in a row, and in both innings, he struck out 2 of the 3 batters. We'll be right back with more Timberwolves baseball here on the Vype Live Network.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients. Scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
5-0 Timberwolves here at the Blue Diamond in Leander. So their lineup when they started had in the 4 spot third baseman number 18 Dylan Capers. They did not have number 24 in the game. 24 is probably a Capers brother, Hayden Capers. He batted in the 4 position for Dylan Capers, which really isn't kosher, so I want to make sure what's going on there by the time the evening's over, but right now it doesn't make a whole lot of a difference. A 5-0 lead going into the top of the 3rd. Cedar Park is at 6, 7, and 8 in the order. That's Pickens, Becker, and Mullen. To be quickly followed by about 6 other guys, I'm hoping. So here's Christian Pickens playing center again tonight. Comes in hitting .329. Struck out looking at a 2-2 pitch the first time up. He was the first out of the game.
Number 21, Christian Pickens.
Pickens had a good game in the kickball game in the auxiliary gym at Leander behind us an hour and a half or 2 ago. Wow, that was high and outside and called a strike. Becker on deck, Mullen in the hole, Molinaro in the 9 spot after that. This one is taken to left center. Deep, comes down, off the wall, Pickens is still running. He rounds second, headed for third. The throw's coming in, not in time. Good throw, a little too late. Pickens celebrates his coach there at third for that head first sliding triple to lead off the 3rd. Cedar Park is already just a homer short of hitting for the cycle. Got 3 hits, a single, a double, and a triple. Here's Ethan Becker, right fielder tonight. Comes in hitting .385, walked and was stranded at second in the 1st. Both hits, big gappers, right center and left center. 1 or 2 bounces and then off the wall. That one misses 1-0 to Becker. Walked on 5 pitches the first time up, but a different pitcher. Hayden Capers. That one low, they'll throw back at third. Nothing doing. Pickens scampers back in safely. 2-0 to Becker. Turn up the crowd mic a little bit for you. Here's the sounds of the ballpark better. Swing and a miss. Feet a little too busy there. 2-1 to Becker. Mullen on deck, Molinaro in the hole, no outs. Pickens at third with a leadoff triple here in the top of the third. I'm not sure what that was. The umpire in the bases held his hands up and walked towards Cedar Park dugout. They probably cheering too loudly or something. Although I didn't hear anything. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. 2-2 to Becker. Get something through the infield, Ethan. Trying to make it 6-0 Timberwolves. Swing and a miss, a little late on that swing, and he's down with a strikeout. One away, it brings up Quint Mullen, playing second tonight. Came in hitting .206. Struck out swinging at a full count pitch on the 8th pitch of his at-bat. Low and away, 1-0. Total pitch count for the two pitches coming into this inning for Leander, 57, 28 strikes, 29 balls. Tap foul behind the plate, 1-1 to Mullen. What a beautiful night. Wish we could have weather like this. I know it was bad earlier in the day. That's why we started late. But right now, it's perfect for baseball. Shows bunt, fouls it in the plate area. Count goes to 1-2, so the bunt probably off now.
Hey, you got this, Quint?
Misses outside, 2-2. One out, Pickens at third here. Trying to add to a 5-0 lead here in the top of the third. High, outside probably too. Full count now to Mullen.
Hey, let's win this, Quint. You got it?
Sixth batter of the game for Cedar Park out of the 17 they've sent to go to a full count against the two Leander pitchers. Swung on and driven to right center. Over goes the outfielder and makes a good running catch. Tagging a third though and coming home is Christian Pickens, and it's 6-0. Sacrifice fly, RBI for Quint Mullen.
Now batting number 22, Houston, Molinaro.
So Molinaro now to the plate, with 2 outs and nobody on, but now up 6-0. With Molinaro's at bat here, everybody for Cedar Park has batted twice, and this is a little Texas leaguer right over second base in the center. Little 2-out bingo, as they say. Second hit of the inning. Fourth hit of the game for Cedar Park. Top of the order with Cade Davis. 2 outs, Molinaro at first. Up 6-0. Throw to first. They're third. We've not had any base runners yet, or throws over yet. Pitch a nice one for a called strike. 1-1 to Davis. On the ground at shortstop. Takes it, no play at second, goes across to first. A low throw nicely scooped by the first baseman Lucas Flores, but Cedar Park Pair of hits, a sacrifice fly, and another run scored. We're through 2.5. Now up 6-0. We'll be right back.
Southern Landscape of Austin. Established in 1982, Southern Landscape is a licensed and insured full-service landscape design and outdoor construction firm dedicated to building custom landscape and outdoor living spaces. For 40 years, they've specialized in features like custom landscape design, water features, vineyards, irrigation, hardscaping, patios, decks, arbors, retaining walls, fencing, outdoor kitchens, pools, fireplaces, fire pits, and lighting. Southern Landscape staff is comprised of full-time, licensed, bonded, and insured professionals who are passionate about their work. Call them today at 512-263-8450 or visit southernlandscape.com.
Welcome back to Blue Diamond in Leander. Brad Cohn, the V of the T, with the action for you tonight. Linda Salvo, our quality assurance monitor, back at the high-tech Vype studio. Making sure I don't sound like a bag full of forks going through a trash compactor. Thanks, Lynn. Cedar Park up 6-0 after 2.5 complete. Bottom of the third now. 7, 8, 9 in the order for Leander. Leading off DH Damian Stout, then Peyton Gordon and Aiden Salazar. Through 2 complete innings. Cade Davis throwing masterfully, only 24 pitches, 16 strikes, 8 balls, right at the 2-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio you want. 4 strikeouts and 6 hitters and a swing and a miss to start out, Damian Stout. Low inside, 1-1 to Stout. Leander still has had a couple of guys after Stout here. Gordon and Salazar have not batted yet in this game. Everybody at Cedar Park's already batted twice. That's how you get to 6-0. It's a called strike, too. Inside. Oh, I thought that I was almost going to hit him. Well, I'll take the call. Thank you. He has struck out now the last 3 in a row. We're owed those kind of calls once in a while by the baseball gods. They go against us often enough. Again, Lynn, if you're listening at the moment, you got any updates of other 25-5A games? I think maybe you've got the Liberty Hill game, but I'm not sure about that. I don't recall. Give me the update to that if you've got that one. Strike 1 now with 1 down to the second baseman, Peyton Gordon, his first at-bat of the game. Okay, Davis in a groove. He's got him swinging at that one, 0-2. Just 30 pitches and only 9 of them have been called balls for Cade Davis. And there's a strikeout. He knew it too. He's frustrated with himself and not going after it. Both strikeouts this inning have been standing strikeouts, caught looking. And Davis has now struck out 6 of the 8 batters he's faced, including the last 4 in a row. Bottom of the order hitter, 9-hole guy, left fielder Aiden Salazar. Swing and a miss. He's well underneath that one. Davis going for his 5th consecutive strikeout here. And this one's taken to center field. Pickens barely has to move and makes the catch. 3 up, 3 down. Again, 2 of the 3 outs were strikeouts, just like every other inning in this game so far. We'll be right back in a moment.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Brad Cohn bringing you the action. Linda Salvo, our QA tonight. Let me update this. We go to the top of the fourth. Already almost halfway through this game. Trey Davis, 33 pitches, 24 strikes, 9 balls. 6 strikeouts, 2 in each of the first 3 innings. And in keeping with the baseball superstition, I'll refer to this fact this way, which is not against the taboo. Leander pitchers have given up 4 hits to Cedar Park. The Cedar Park pitcher has given up 4 less than that. Here we go with Swift on the ground to the third baseman across the diamond for the out on the 5-3. One down.
Now batting number 19, Luis Alonso.
Louis Alonso to the plate. In hitting .386. He was a hit batsman and scored. Reached on an error on the shortstop and then was cleaned off on a forced play at second. The second time up. One down. Nice little bender, but it stayed too high. 2-0 to Louis. Cedar Park with 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Here's a chopper over the pitcher's mound and into center field. 5th hit of the game for the Timberwolves. First of the night for Louis.
Now batting number 25, Adam Vaughn.
Adam Vaughn with 1 out and Alonso at first. Adam is climbing that .400 batting average that he came into the game with. He is 2 for 2. A 2 RBI double in the first, and he later scored. Infield single to the left side last time, was stranded at first. 1 out, Louis Alonso at first, and they're running for him, I believe. Probably Augie. It is one of the Garcias. Fouled out of play to the right side. 0-1 to Adam Vaughn. Every batter this inning has started 0-1 against Capers. It's the first time in this game that's happened for Leander pitching. Another throw to first. They're 4th. Remember, in high school baseball in America, the average stat is that 1 out of every 7 throws to a base at a runner is thrown away. They have thrown 4. Low, nicely blocked in the dirt by Jaron Cotton. 1-1 to Vaughn. Remember, no Friday game this week, because that's Good Friday, so just in 2 nights. Thursday night at home against Liberty Hill. We'll bring you that one too if you can't come out. But please come out if you can. Long look by Capers, and this throw is high. Had a nice tail on it, but it stayed. Vaughn is actually now at second. Alonso came through on a bad pitch. Harvey singled to the left side and is at first. And there's a 3-1 count now on Christian Pickens, with 1 out and a run in. Now 7-0 the count, or the score rather. Apologize for having lost contact with our server there for a moment. But I just brought you up to speed. Lasted for about a little over 2 batters, 2.5 batters. So only 1 out in the inning. Didn't even miss an out. You missed a run. Alonso scoring on a ball 4 pitch that went through to the screen, put Vaughn aboard at first. Back to action after a conference. Pickens with a 3-1 count. Lowe gets away from him. Runners can't move up any more than they're going to be entitled to from the walk anyway. So it pushes Vaughn to third, Harvey to second. Pickens is aboard at first with the walk. Wow, how many walks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks now for the 2 Leander pitchers. Umpire comes to talk with Capers, the pitcher, for some reason out there. Ethan Becker steps in. Right fielder is the 6th batter of this 4th inning. Batting in the 7th-hole tonight. Comes in hitting .385, playing right tonight. Walked and was stranded at second and then struck out swinging at a 2-2 pitch. Here's Ethan Becker. 2 runners in scoring position, up 7-0, swing and a miss. Kind of went fishing low for that one. They can throw a better pitch than that, Ethan. Outside. Ooh, called that a strike. Goodness gracious. That was way outside.
Hey, crush this, Ethan, right here. You got it.
Yeah, that's the way to solve it. One of the things, just crush it right here. That's how you solve 0-2. Oh, goodness gracious. Can't sit there on that one. Second strikeout for Becker. First one looking. 1, 2, 3. Only 4 strikeouts for Leander pitching tonight. 2 outs for Quint Mullen playing second tonight. On strike 1. Bases juiced, 0-1 count. Lanny Williams calls him up the third base line. Talk tactics here. Alonso has scored in the inning. Got aboard with a single. Adam Vaughn reached with a walk, and he is at third. Jackson Harvey had a single, and he is at second. Pickens with a walk, and he is at first. 2 down, Cedar Park up 7-0, and could really open it up with a drive here. Swing and foul back into the screen. 0-2 to Quint Mullen.
Hey, Quinn, you got it.
Almost 9 o'clock. Standing strikeout of Mullen. 2 standing strikeouts in a row for Leander to end the 4th inning. But Cedar Park strikes for another run. There were 2 hits, 2 walks. They now lead 7-0. You are watching Timberwolf Baseball right here on the Vype Live Network. We'll be right back after this.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Cover Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Cover has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises in 7 locations, Cover continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Covert for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
98 pitches already for Leander pitching through 4 innings. Through 3 innings for Cade Davis, 33 pitches. At the moment, everything going pretty right for Cedar Park. We go with only the start of the second trip through the order for Leander. Here's Caden Wheatley, who started as the pitcher. They've replaced him with Hayden Capers, but Wheatley may have gone to third because he is still batting here in the one spot. I'm going to say that probably happened. Struck out swinging at a 1-2 pitch to start off the game for Leander in the first, and here he is, his second at-bat all the way into the fourth. Grounded foul. Matt Grissom waved a hand at it, couldn't come up with it. Coaching third for the Lions, 0-1 to Wheatley. Seven of the 9 batters in that first trip through the order for Davis started out 0-1 against Cade, and Wheatley has 2. 0-2 now with that swinging miss. That was foul. Still 0-2. Again, we expect Coach, as usual, in the post-game show, probably bring an important player with him as well. And there's a standing strikeout again. Second strikeout for Wheatley. 7th strikeout. Oh, yeah. Wheatley mouthed to the umpire, and he's ejected him. And now he throws the bat. Should be a red card for playing soccer. I'm telling you, in the last game, remember we had some questionable behavior by people wearing red and white? Not in the stands, but on the field as well. Wheatley scored a run at one point late in the game and then stood in the left-handed batter's box area after stomping his foot on the plate and looked up at the Cedar Park fans on our right side of the stands and held his hands up slowly like, you know, here it is, what are you going to do about it? You know, really a classless act, and then here he's done one again. So, you know, I feel for Matt Grissom having somebody on the team that he's got to worry about those things for. One out now. And 1 out of the game. They got to find a new third baseman. Wasn't any question about that pitch either. Andrew Buenteo due at the plate with 1 out, nobody on. He is the shortstop. Struck out swinging at a 1-2 pitch in the first, and his only other trip. Got a player who's a bad winner and a bad loser. Swung on and fouled out of play right side. 0-1 to Buenteo. It's a nice pitch on the inside edge. 0-2. Cade Davis is really bringing the stuff tonight. Comes into this inning with 24 strikes and 9 balls. 6 strikes and no balls in this inning. Popped up to second, Mullen underneath it easily. 2 down. That is only the 4th ball they have put in play. Two down for Jaron Cotton, the catcher. He put one of their 4 balls in play the first time up. He grounded out to Harvey at first. Inside the plate on the right-handed hitting Cotton, 1-0. First called ball of the inning for Davis. Fouled back into the net, 1-1.
Good job, kid.
31 strikes and only 10 balls, a greater than 3-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. Good pitch, curveball on the ground to third. Vaughn pulls Harvey off the bag. Runner goes to second on the overthrow. So Cotton lives on the E5. Ends up at second. Their first base runner of the night. The perfect game is gone. Here's the pitcher, Capers. Dylan Capers was listed as number 18 on their starting lineup. Guess he had to change uniforms. Capers flied out to Christian Pickens in center field the first time up. So 2 outs, runner in scoring position. The Lions, their first runner of the game. That one misses, 1-0. So Cade Davis, that was his first pitch of the game thrown from the stretch. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Davis, great command tonight. Still a greater than 3-to-1 strike-to-ball ratio. Leander's pitchers are actually behind in the strike-to-ball ratio. Thrown more balls than strikes. That one misses, 2-1. Foul tip, 2-2. Cade now just 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. A runner reached and ended his bid for a perfect game. The pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And guess what? Again, 2 of the 3 outs in this inning were strikeouts. Cedar Park still up 7-0. We'll be right back.
Empire Home Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
Welcome back to the Blue Diamond in Leander. Brad Cohn bringing you the action. Linda Salvo, our QA. Suna Venkat, the techie, who solved our connectivity problem that caused us to miss a couple of batters last time Cedar Park was at the plate. But I brought you up to date on what happened there. Timberwolves up 7-0 now. So go to the top of the 5th, starting to get late. We're at the bottom of the order, 9-1-2 due for the Timberwolves. Houston Molinaro, Cade Davis, and Julian Swift. Davis's bid for perfect game went out the door last inning, but the guy ended up stranded at second after throwing error from third base. So no damage done. He's now just faced 1 batter over the minimum through 4. Cedar Park, on the other hand, Molinaro here, 9-hitter coming up first. He'll be the last guy for Cedar Park to take his 3rd at-bat. 5 guys for Leander have only batted once, and that's how you get to 7-0, or one way anyway. Cedar Park up by a touchdown here over Leander as we start the 5th inning. As you can see, Matt Grissom talking to the umpire about something. Probably has a new third baseman. Not sure if I see his number, 20-something. Might have been 20, Gabe Millard. 22. That's Lucas Flores, but I thought he was already in there. Got him playing first. So they may have put somebody different at first. Well, I'm not going to be able to give you the names of people making defensive plays for Leander from this point forward. They've made enough changes. Here's Molinaro, takes the first pitch from the new pitcher. I do know that. Damian Stout on the mound. 3rd pitch of the night for Leander. That one high and outside, 1-0 to Molinaro, who came in hitting .316. Called strike 1, 1-1 to Houston. Flied out to left and singled up the middle and stranded at first. So his batting average going up from .316 as of this moment. Swing and miss way behind that one, 1-2. Had the sausage wrap here with some mustard and jalapenos on it just before we got underway. That was good. Love ballpark food. This one's tapped over our heads. Still 1-2 to Molinaro. So again, no Friday game this week because it's Good Friday. That game's moved to Thursday in only 46 hours or so. And this one's lifted to left. Coming on, going to make the catch. Believe Aiden Salazar. F7, one down, top of the order with Cade Davis. Cade having a great year pitching and a great year at the plate. Comes in hitting 400, 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Flied out to center, grounded out to second, so he's due. Looked like the ump thought about calling that a strike, but it looked outside. 1-0. On the ground. Fair, nope, it fouled off his foot. 1-1 to Davis. Julian Swift on deck. Louis Alonso after him if we keep it going. One out, nobody on here. We've only had the leadoff hitter reach twice, once with a triple and once with a walk. Both times they scored. Lifted in the air, foul, left side. They're chasing it. Can anybody come up with it? The shortstop is there, and he makes the catch. Nice job by Buenteo, who's had a couple errors tonight. So 2 down, nobody on for Julian Swift. Again, we're to the part of the game late where I'm okay with everybody from both teams just getting out every time. Coach is talking to the home umpire there. Left side of your screen. Looking at his lineup card. But no changes that we can see at the moment because here's Swift at the plate right where he is supposed to be. Louis Alonso is on deck and he is scheduled there. 2 outs, nobody on, and I believe, let me look here. Now that's the first time in the game Cedar Park has been in that particular situation. 2 outs, nobody on. First one misses 1-0 to Swift. Comes in hitting 412, was a hit batsman and scored, walked and scored, and grounded out to third, so he's due as well. Officially 0 for 1. High and in. 2-0 to Julian Swift. Fairly quiet crowd in the last couple of innings. And Cedar Park kind of pounded the suspense right out of this one early. 4 first batters of the game all scored. 3-0 now to Swift. Make that 4-0. 2-out walk for Swift brings Louis Alonso to the plate. Catcher into the night hitting 386. Was a hit batsman and scored. Reached on an E6, but was forced out. Actually was caught stealing at second. Then he singled up the middle and scored. So officially 1 for 2 tonight on that 386 average. So that's going up. First one is a ball. Throw down to first. Gets away from the first baseman, but not far enough for Swift to do anything about it. 1-0 to Louis. Let's get another one around. In fact, if we got 3 around, we could be looking at being 3 outs away when Leander comes back up to the plate from a 10 after 5 run rule thing. So yeah, it'd be great to get 3 runs here. We'd have to do it 2 outs. This one goes to the screen. Actually, it's called a balk, so no pitch, as 1-1 still the count, and Swift is given second. Oh, they're talking about flashes in the crowd. Someone in the crowd used flash photography, which is against UIL rules. Each announcer makes that announcement at every ballpark. 1-1. Wow, way high and inside, calls it a strike anyway. 1-2 to Louis Alonso. Tapped foul, right side, still 1-2. Adam Vaughn on deck, Jackson Harvey in the hole. Be great to get 3 more runs in. Give a 10-run lead here in the 5th inning. Magic number. That one outside, 2-2. No farther outside and low than the pitch to call a strike was inside and high. Fouled out of play right side, still 2-2, and this will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Louis Alonso. All right, I think we got a couple of messages. We'll get to those. Larry Erickson, Julian's grandfather, watching from Westfield, Pennsylvania. Ooh, there's an update. Liberty Hill 4, Rouse 1. Thanks for that, Larry Erickson. Swing and a miss. Alonso loses the bat, doesn't matter. Down on strike. Cedar Park does not score, leaves Swift at second base. And I'll read one more message for you before we go to the commercial break here. Middle of the 5th inning. Cedar Park still up 7-0. It's from Ann Pickens. Christian Pickens' grandma watching from Monroeville, Alabama. Many-time customer of the email chain. Thanks a lot, Ann Pickens. All right, we'll be back with Leander at the plate in the bottom of the 5th, trailing 7-0 in just a few moments.
The Steam Team is a true Austin original, the only locally owned full-service cleaning and catastrophe management company in the Austin area. The Steam Team serves homeowners and businesses with a wide range of services, meeting both routine and emergency needs with prompt, expert, guaranteed service. Founded in Austin in 1983, the Steam Team has built its reputation on performing beyond expectations with greater professional focus and personal involvement than its competitors. From initial consultation and planning through project management, catastrophe management, reconstruction, and restoration. The staff of the Steam Team is professional, dedicated, and enthusiastic. That's the Steam Team at thesteamteam.com.
All right, welcome back to the Blue Diamond here in Leander. Brad Cohn bringing you the action. Linda Salvar QA tonight. Cedar Park up 7-0 as Leander comes to the plate in the bottom of the 5th. They're at 5, 6, and 7 in the order. Lucas Flores, Caden Sisson, Damian Stout scheduled. Stout is now pitching. He's in the lineup as their DH. Through 4 complete innings on the mound. Kay Davis has only thrown 47 pitches, 35 of them strikes and only 12 balls, and struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only giving up 1 base runner. No run. I like the walk-up music. For Lucas Flores, who struck out swinging at a full count pitch to start off, or to be the middle out of the 2nd. Davis will find his way back into that groove that he has to keep interrupting when we bat. Misses outside 1-0. One of the few batters actually to not start out 0-1. Only 4 of them have not started out 0-1 against Cade Davis tonight. Ooh, that was outside, and he gave us the strike. Thank you, 1-1.
Got it, Cade.
Outside on that one, 2-1. Caden Sisson, the center fielder, scheduled next. And the guy who started as DH now is on the mound, Damian Stout. That was a ball, 3-1. First time tonight, Cade has gone to a 3-ball count against the leadoff hitter of an inning. Might be starting to tire a little. Ball 4. First free pass. And it becomes a 77%er. Free pass to lead off an inning. Only the second base runner of the game for the Leander Lions. Caden Sisson steps in. Center fielder struck out swinging an 0-2 pitch to end the second. Be good to hit into a ground ball two-hopper to Swift at short. Start a bases cleaning double play here. Get us back on schedule, but that one misses 1-0. Fouled back over the press box, 1-1. Thanks to everybody who sent an email. Remember, voftheT@gmail.com. Send us a message. We'll read it on the air. Who you are, where you're watching from, and got a particular player you're watching. Love to hear from you. Here's the pitch. Outside, 2-1 to Caden Sisson. 3 pitchers so far, Leander tonight. Caden Wheatley started, got bombed, and got ejected when he said something obtuse to the umpire after the umpire called him out on strikes. Tap foul right side. Count even at 2-2 to Sisson. Then they went to Dylan Capers. Capers now lifted for Damian Stout in the last inning. Ball boy for the Lions, delivering passable balls to the ump. 2-2 to Caden Sisson from Cade Davis. It's been still here in the stands for several innings. Swing and a miss. Sisson is down. 1 away. Strikeout number 9 for the game for Cade Davis. Already led the team with 36. He's at 45. With 1 out, Flores at first with a leadoff walk. Here's pitcher Damian Stout in the batting order, listed as the DH. It's our first throw to first. Not been any reason to. It's the first time we've had a guy on first. The other guy on the bases went right past first to second on an error. Oh, and that hits him. So the Stout to first, pushes Flores to second. First time they've had more than one runner on base on the night. Here's Peyton Gordon with 1 out. Flores at second, Stout at first. Gordon's a second baseman. This is only his second at-bat of the game. He struck out looking at an 0-2 pitch the first time up. Mike Cockrell to the mound to talk to his pitching battery here. Probably just a little resetting here for Cade. Been throwing well all night and kind of had a little bit of trouble this inning. Faced 3 batters, walked 1. He's at second, struck out 1, and hit the next guy. He's at first. 1 out, runners at first and second for Peyton Gordon, second baseman. 0 for 1 tonight. Look at second by Davis. Fouled, back out of play. Their net here a lot shorter than ours. I'm thinking some of these will go hitting the net and they're going over it. 0-1 to Gordon. This might be a tell on Davis as well. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Gordon's the first guy to start 0-1 in the last 5 batters. Before that, only 2 had not started 0-1. Could be a little bit of an indicator that Cade's tiring a little. Right on the inside edge for a standing strikeout, and once again, 2 strikeouts in the inning. Davis has a shot at making it 3.
Now batting number 5, Aiden Salazar.
10 strikeouts in the game now for Davis. Here's left fielder Aiden Salazar, last man in the game to take his second at-bat. He flied out to Pickens in center the first time up. Oh, what a nice pitch. Finds the inside edge, 0-1. In the dirt, good block by Alonzo. It sounds to me that I can recall the first pitch in the dirt tonight by Davis. Made it pretty easy for Louis so far. Look at that. Umpire falls asleep. That happens once in a while. 2-1. Looks like the umpire's wire mask got in the way of his eyesight. There's a strike. The last one should have been 2. 2-2 to Salazar. Now 1 strike away from striking out the side here in the 5th. He's already got 10 on the night. To look at second, the pitch, and he got him. Oh, but the umpire missed it. He was looking at third base for some reason.
You got it right here, bub. Right here.
Gosh, don't worry about third base, ump. Call the balls and strikes. Full count pitch. Foul out of play right side. We'll do full count again. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat here to Salazar. Here comes the second full count pitch. And he walks him. Bases are loaded with 2 outs. Flores goes to third. Stout to second. Salazar to first. I know Coach wants to get one more inning out of him. Maybe more. Top of the order. It had been Caden Wheatley. Now it's Max Kreitz, number 10. First pitch is a strike. So now after 5 in a row, had not started 0-1 against Davis. The last 3 have. He struck one of them out, but he walked the next guy. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Strike away from 3 strikeouts in the inning. Bases are loaded, 2 outs, 0-2 count to Max Kreitz. Hard shot of the gap really would change this game. High and in, 1-2. A strikeout here would keep this game the same. That's what we're looking for. 1-2 to Kreitz. Swing and a miss, and we got it. A strikeout with the bases loaded. Maintains the shutout. And a 3 strikeout inning for Cade Davis, 11 on the game. We'll be right back in a minute or so.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients. Scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
Went to Thundercloud just today. I love, what I usually get on white bread, I get roast beef and Swiss with lettuce, tomato, onions, and thunder sauce, and a little bit of their hot mustard. Oh, I love that. Oh, it's making my mouth water right now. Thundercloud subs. Usually go to that one they mentioned that's at 4 Points. Cedar Park up 7-0 now. Or still, I should say. It's been that way for a while. We scored 4 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 1 in the fourth. Last inning was the first time we did not score. Left a guy in scoring position, Swift, at second. So we're kind of stuck at 7-0 for the time being. But again, we're in a situation where the game can end right now if we get 3 runs because of the 10 after 5 rule. Liberty Hill leading Rouse. I think the score was 4-1, the update we got, an email. You know, one of those teams was going to drop out of the first place tie. Looks like it might be Rouse. Timberwolves to the plate in the 6th. 4, 5, 6 due in the order for Cedar Park. Leading off, third baseman Adam Vaughn into the night hitting .400. A 2 RBI double, an infield single, and a walk. He scored a run. Also been stranded at first and at third. Has not been out tonight. Outside, 1-0. Jackson Harvey on deck. Christian Pickens in the hole. That one misses. 2-0. Damian Stout on the mound. Third pitcher for Leander tonight. First one to hold Cedar Park scoreless in an inning. In the fifth. Swing and a miss for Vaughn. It was a big swing, too. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Well, you're running late tonight already, 9:30 almost. High and in, full count of on. At this point, the game is usually over, and we're doing a post-game show, getting ready to pack up and go home. On the ground, fair up the third base line. Vaughn rounds first, digging for second. Just now getting the ball and getting it into the shortstop. A stand-up double to lead off the top of the sixth for Adam Vaughn. Big Murr. Seventh hit of the game for Cedar Park by my reckoning. Got a run out there with Caleb Rhodes for Adam Vaughn.
Now batting number 16, Murray Robinson.
And Murray will take the 5 hitting spot where first baseman Jackson Harvey has been all night. Look at Murray's numbers from the plate so far this year. Pretty good. 45 plate appearances, 37 official at-bats, 10 hits, 8 of them singles, 2 doubles, 8 RBIs, scored 7 runs. He's been hit once, reached on error 3 times, walked 7 times, struck out only 4 times, hitting .270, on base at .400, slugging at .324, and his OPS is .724. Offensive numbers for Big Murr. Conference over. No outs. Rhodes, the runner, at second. Carrying Vaughn's double, and this one hits Murray. Look at him dig to first. I like it. I like it. Vaughn's runner Rhodes is on the move when the ball hit him. Easily was going to be at third, but because of the dead ball situation, they've sent him back to second. So first and second for Christian Pickens. 6-hole hitter tonight, in hitting .329. Struck out looking, tripled and scored, and walked and was stranded at first. On the ground, 3-hopper to the shortstop, goes to 2 for 1, and that's the only out they will get. Runners at the corners. Rhodes is at third. Pickens at first with the fielder's choice. Robinson was forced out at second on the 6-4. Another new batter for Cedar Park, Brooks Dillman. And in the 7th spot for Ethan Becker.
Now batting number 11, Brooks Dillman.
And there's 1 out. Runners the corners, Pickens at first, Rhodes at third. Inside, 1-0 to Brooks Dillman.
Come on, Brooks. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy.
Dillman hitting .190 on the year, 21 official at-bats, 4 hits, 3 of them singles, and a triple. Runners were going, a runner from first was going, but chops it foul to the right side, 1-1 to Brooks Dillman. Pickens with a nice lunge off of first on that one, but the foul ball sends him back. One to Dillman. High 2-1. Long wait between pitches now for Stout. Inside, oh yeah, I thought I heard a little tick. It did hit him. So Dillman aboard at first as a hit batsman. Pushes Pickens to second. Caleb Rhodes is at third with one out.
Now batting number 2, Ian Garcia.
Ian Garcia will probably just go straight into second for Quint Mullen. Outside and low. 1-0 to Ian Garcia. 20 plate appearances, 16 official at-bats, 6 hits, 5 of them singles, a double, 3 RBIs, scored 4 runs. And hitting .375, Ian Garcia. This one's a chopper, third base side. He'll grab it and go to the bag. Did he make it? He did get it. Wow. Thought that slide was going to beat him. He came awful close to it. Garcia at first as a fielder's choice. Dillman goes to second. It's Pickens, who almost made it to third, is out on the 5U play at the bag. 2 down, another new hitter here in the 9-hole. For Molinaro, it's Brady Richardson. So Coach getting everybody in. 4 of the last 5 batters are new hitters. That one misses. 1-0. Brady Richardson. He's got 38 official at-bats, 8 hits, 7 singles, and a double. 6 RBIs, scored 7 runs. Walked twice, struck out 3 times, comes into the game hitting .211. He's a burglar, .211. .211 in progress. 1-1 now to Brady. On the ground in the hole between first and second, round and third. Here comes the throw. Miss. All the runners move up. The throw was botched in the infield. Caleb Rose scores, Dillman scores from second on the play to make it 8-0. Everybody else moves up. Ian Garcia ends up at third. Richardson ends up at second with that single to right and a throw that went through. 8th hit of the game for the Timberwolves. This one's going to go to a 4th pitcher. And while he's warming up, we'll let you hear from one of our sponsors.
Southern Landscape of Austin. Established in 1982, Southern Landscape is a licensed and insured full-service landscape design and outdoor construction firm dedicated to building custom landscape and outdoor living spaces. For 40 years, they've specialized in features like custom landscape design, water features, vineyards, irrigation, hardscaping, patios, decks, arbors, retaining walls, fencing, outdoor kitchens, pools, fireplaces, fire pits, and lighting. Southern Landscape staff is comprised of full-time, licensed, bonded, and insured professionals who are passionate about their work. Call them today at 512-263-8450 or visit southernlandscape.com.
Evan Yoder, number 3, is a new pitcher for Leander. You're watching him warm up right now. Lead now, 9-0 Timberwolves. Couple of runs in the inning. Adam Vaughn led off with a double and scored. Becker was a hit batsman. They ran with Dillman for Becker. He has scored. Still got some runners aboard. Brady Richardson at second. And importantly, I believe it's Ian Garcia at third, if I got this right. Yeah. Because if he gets home, That's a 10-0 score. Cedar Park just gets 3 outs. In the bottom half of this inning, we can go home a little bit early, an inning early. There's Carter Wool. Now the leadoff spot, swing and a miss for Carter.
Now pitching for Leander, number 3, Evan Yoder.
Bring him in, Carter. Let's go right here.
Come on, Carter. Come on, man. Come on, let's go.
Comes the 0-1 to Wool. And that goes through the screen. Here comes the 10th run. Now Cedar Park, no matter what else they do in this inning, if they can just get 3 outs before Leander scores in the next at-bat, this game's over an inning early. And we can go home, even though we'll still be going home late because we started late. 1-1 the count now to Carter Wool. Swift is scheduled next, but that's not him in the on-deck circle. So vastly different defense for Cedar Park here in the bottom of this inning, and they're going to throw to third, and not a good throw, but the third baseman corrals it. Pitch was high, 2-1. It's Richardson now at third, only runner left on base. He's got 3 across in the inning. Vaughn, Dillman, and Garcia. This one well outside, 3-1. They threw the ball through, but not far enough for Richardson to do anything about it. Looks like Austin Garcia is in the 2 spot for Julian. Fouled, out of play to the right side. Full count now. Carter Wool. A line drive back up the middle will score an 11th run. Cedar Park is opening up a can of stuff. Richardson scores from third. Behind on the scoreboard, they're scoring so fast. There you go, 11-0. RBI single up the middle and RBI triple the other night. Wool's first hit of the season. Augie Garcia, the 8th batter to hit this inning. Hitting the 2-hole for Julian Swift. There's no way I'm able to tell you what our defense is in this next inning. Swing and a miss. Well behind that one. Garcia 13 at-bats, 2 hits. They're both singles, hitting 154 coming in. Checked his swing. Didn't ring him up for it. 1-1. Cedar Park sent 9 in the first. They sent 7 in the fourth. They've sent 8 here in the fifth. Fouled that one away. 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 to Garcia. Fouled out of play right side. Still 1-2, Doggy. Louis Alonso is scheduled next, but that is not him. If we get to him, we'll bat it around here as well. Throw down to first after that pitch is low. That is their 7th, and yes, 1 was thrown away. So the stat holds true. 1 out of every 7 is thrown away. On the ground, back through the box. A diving save by the second baseman. What a great defensive play out there by Peyton Gordon to stem the hemorrhage of runs by Cedar Park. I'm going to keep it right here. Let me mark my thing here. Up to date. Let's change the scoreboard for you to bottom of the 6th. No outs. 11-0 Timberwolves. So every batting order in the lineup for Cedar Park is batted at least 4 times. Number 1 and number 2 spots have batted 5 times. Leander, only 1 guy has batted 3 times. Everybody else has only batted twice. And yep, that kind of sounds like an 11-0 game. Cade Davis, importantly, out here for the 6th inning, trying to go for a complete game win. And if you've really been paying close attention, you know he's trying to go for a little more than just that. Perfect game was over on an E5 in the 4th. Then he actually free passed the bases loaded last inning with a hit batsman and 2 walks, but he struck out 3 to end that inning unscathed on the scoreboard. Anyway, still up 11-0, bottom of the 6th. 2, 3, and 4 due in the order for the Lions. Here is shortstop Andrew Buenteo. Struck out swinging and popped out to second base. First pitch, a called strike 1. Catcher Jaron Cotton is due next, and then Dylan Capers, who may have gone back to third. And that one misses, 1-1. Capers is no longer the pitcher. He started at third, pitched for a little while. I think he may be back at third now. Lined foul over the Leander dugout, 1-2. 7 strikes away from a complete game win and more for Cade Davis. 5-1 record coming in. The 1 loss was not a start. This one golfed in the air right behind second. Swift makes the catch. Couple of steps behind the bag, 1 down. I'm looking at the chart here, and I see an F8, another F8, and that's it. They have only hit 2 balls out of the infield tonight. Both of them outs to center field. Jaron Cotton with 1 down. The Lions catcher takes a called strike 1. Grounded out to Harvey at first to end the first. Lived on an E5 in the 4th, but was stranded at second. Low and away, 1-1. 2 outs to go for Cade Davis.
Cade Davis, go Wolves!
It's really an important inning last time for him to kind of be struggling with 3 free passes and still come back and strike 3 guys out, get out of that inning. Very impressive. There's a line foul to the right side, 2-2. Now he's 4 strikes away. Kind of a pretty brawny looking player, catcher. Got some power, no doubt. 3-hitter for him. Swing on this. Another strikeout for Cade Davis, his 12th. Let me count those, make sure I got this right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, 12 strikeouts. New hitter for the Lions, and possibly the last at-bat, number 9, Sam Piangarelli. First pitch, a strike on the inside edge. Oh, 0-1 for Cade Davis. A little inside, maybe a little low, 1-1. Swing and a miss. Now a strike away. 1-2 the count. And he got him. That ends the ball game. 11-0 win for Cedar Park in 6 innings. 13 strikeouts and a complete game no-hitter for Cade Davis. We'll be back with stats and post-game stuff. Give you a chance to hear from our sponsors again.
Bussey Roofing understands how important your home and business is to you and the significant investment involved for quality roof installation. As a reputable and professional roofing repair contractor, Bussey Roofing offers years of experience that includes a complete and comprehensive range of roof services that are designed to enhance curb appeal, provide energy efficiency, and increase the value of your business or commercial property. That's Bussey Roofing, Cedar Park Roofing, roof repairs, and roof restoration. Visit them at busseyroofing.com.
Centex Material Handling is a family-owned and operated business located in Central Texas. Since 2011, they've supplied outstanding commercial equipment and industrial solutions for businesses throughout the Southwest. They pride themselves on the reputation they've established over the years. Whether your company needs industrial cranes, conveyor systems, a turnkey material handling system, or various storage equipment options, Centex Material Handling is a one-stop shop with step-by-step consultancy before, during, and after every project to ensure they meet any and all of your business needs. Centex Material Handling looks forward to working with you.
Chances are, whether you were born and raised in Central Texas or just moved to the Austin area, you purchased a vehicle from the Cover Auto Group or know someone who has. Since 1909, with the opening of the first automotive dealership in Central Texas, Cover has taken pride in maintaining its position as Austin's leading auto group, now operating under its 5th generation of family members. With over 14 franchises in 7 locations, Cover continues to provide an unmatched total vehicle experience for the surrounding areas. Come to Cover for your Cadillac, Buick, or GMC automobiles.
With ASI Protection Services, it's always safe. It's that simple. ASI Services provides commercial and residential alarm monitoring services. ASI does the install and monitoring for way less than the large security chains. They've been in business for 21 years. ASI also offers home automation services, repair services for access control, alarms and CCTV, plus security camera installation and repair. That's ASI Protection Services. Call 512-467-2615.
Empire Home Solutions was founded on the principles of honesty, quality, communication, and integrity. They want to help you protect your home. They're proud of the industry they love and bring exceptional details to each job. When it comes to home repair or improving the exterior of your home or business, you can hire any old company, or you can hire people who genuinely care about you, people with your best interests in mind, and who educate their customers as well as they perform their jobs. People with a conscience and a genuine desire to do what's right and do it the right way. And that would be Empire Home Solutions at 512-998-3372.
The Steam Team is a true Austin original, the only locally owned full-service cleaning and catastrophe management company in the Austin area. The Steam Team serves homeowners and businesses with a wide range of services, meeting both routine and emergency needs with prompt, expert, guaranteed service. Founded in Austin in 1983, the Steam Team has built its reputation on performing beyond expectations with greater professional focus and personal involvement than its competitors. From initial consultation and planning through project management, catastrophe management, reconstruction, and restoration. The staff of the Steam Team is professional, dedicated, and enthusiastic. That's the Steam Team at thesteamteam.com.
Thundercloud Subs is a neighborhood sub shop with a rich tradition of good-natured people serving fresh, fast, and healthy food in a quirky and fun atmosphere. Founded in Austin in 1975, Thundercloud has the simple philosophy of selling a great sub at a reasonable price with superb ingredients, scratch-baked bread, meats, cheeses, and produce sliced fresh every day. All these ingredients come together to create the one and only Thundercloud Sub at 4 Points and at 700 East Whitestone in Cedar Park.
All right, welcome back to postgame show. 11-0 win for Cedar Park tonight in Leander. Very fulfilling win considering how we did not hardly show up against Leander when we were at home. So we righted that wrong. Lots of offense. Didn't need to be a lot of defense because of the no-hitter pitched by Cade Davis tonight. He faced only 3 batters over the minimum. Only 3 batters in the first, 3 in the second, 3 in the third, 3 in the sixth, 4 in the fifth, and he faced 6 in the fifth and still struck out 3 in that inning. Coach coming to join us now. There's your mic.
Thank you, sir.
Let me turn you up here.
All right.
Make sure we can hear you good.
Just get right here. I'm good.
Okay, there we go. Coach, what can you say? An offensive effort like this, 11 runs in less than a complete game. You get a complete game no-hitter for Cade Davis as a sophomore. What a night.
What can I say? I can say Cade Davis. That's what I can say. The kid was absolutely, man. He did what he's capable of doing, man. He had one little freakish inning, I think, in the 5th inning, and we went out there and talked to him. But
still struck out all 3 outs in that inning.
Exactly right, yeah, man. So had a great game, and when Cade is on like that, Brad, he's fun to watch, and we're just sitting over here. It's like I'm playing Nintendo with a joystick sometimes. We're sitting over here just watching the ball go where it wants to go. But he did a great job.
Got a lot of hits scattered around too. In fact, Adam Vaughn, I got him as 3 for 3, 2 doubles, an infield single, a walk, scored a couple runs.
Yeah, awesome. The kids, man, they were focused. We had a great. We've had great BP rounds on the day of the games. The last. I would say 4 or 5 times that we've hit during the period. The guys got there and got folks. We challenged them. We knew Capers he's a hard throwing righty, and man, we got to be patient with him, and I feel like that our kids were, and I think they did a good job of doing that. But man, I think Brad pretty much would have started with the start of that kickball game you saw earlier, man. Inside
that's
the
what
gym.
I was going to ask. Should we have them play kickball
before
every game?
Don't say that, but that's what they're rooting for right now. So, but that's such a fun group, man. And when they do things the right way, we talked about, man, when they bunt, get an out, make the routine plays routine, and I feel like that kids did that. Of course, when you have a guy that has 11, 12, however many strikeouts Cade had.
I had him at 13.
13. It's pretty easy to not have to worry about making too many plays. But very proud of the effort that our guys gave, and proud of Cade and how well he pitched.
And to the kickball, you and I have talked before about how baseball, like golf, is a game of looseness, of relaxation, of comfort, and finding grooves.
Right.
And that just kind of helped them do that.
Absolutely,
today,
yeah. And I agree with you 100%. We could have sat on that bus and been steaming mad. And here's the deal: when they say go to the gym, I'm like, man, these guys are going to find something in that gym that I'm not going to like. And so I saw them with the ball. I was like, okay. Started playing soccer, so I'm like, let me go get a drink of water. And I saw kickball. I was like, okay,
better.
It's kind of like baseball. I like it. And they were making plays and thinking. So it was fun. It was fun.
It was fun. Good. So. Quick turnaround this week because there's no game on Good Friday. So Thursday home Liberty Hill.
And I just found out that Liberty Hill beat Rouse. So, Brad, this is a tough district.
Oh man,
you cannot sleep on any team at any time on any night. I'm just telling you, it does. The Eastviews of the world, the Glens. I mean, the teams that you think that they all have they all have a dude, and it's what we're telling our guys, man. Do not walk into a game thinking, okay, this is an easy one, because there are no easy ones. And with that mindset, we feel like it's going to prepare us for something great. We feel that, but it's just every day, man. We get out here, we're like, gosh almighty, man. But as long as the kids can play like they did today, I think things should turn out fine.
And a new team rule: no losing 7-1 leads on the road.
That's exactly
new rule.
Right. Yeah, that's a new rule. That's right.
Stay away from that. We'll be fine.
That's right. There you go, man.
All right,
thanks.
Cade is here too. Thanks, Coach. Cade. So I've probably asked you this before, but in case people haven't heard, what are the 2 pitches that you use the most?
Fastball, changeup. That's all it is.
And that's all it is? You didn't do any curves, any sliders?
I threw some curveballs, but
those are the 2 big ones?
Yeah, my best.
What was your out pitch tonight? You had 13 strikeouts.
Changeup for sure.
Changeup.
It was moving a lot. It was
mess with their heads on the speed and then pull the string on a change.
Looks like a fastball and just falls off.
Terrific. It's great to have a good defense behind you, and you do, but I'm looking at this score sheet tonight, and I see a grounder hit at first, a fly out to center, another fly out to center, a grounder to third, a pop out to second, a pop out to short, and that's it. That's the only balls they even put in play tonight. Only 2 balls hit out of the infield for these guys. This is a good hitting team. That's got to make you feel really confident.
Yeah, it does. I mean, especially against a team like this, they're going to swing the bat well. And fortunately, our team made all the plays that we could, and we got out of it, won the game.
Made up for kind of a subpar effort when they played at our place a few weeks ago, didn't it?
Very, very much.
All right.
Just come back and get them the next time.
All right, thanks. Cade Davis, a no-hitter tonight. First career no-hitter of any kind. I know it is in high school.
Yes, sir.
It is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, let me shake your hand. Hold it in the other hand there.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, actually, let me shake your left hand, the hand that threw the no-hitter. That's the way to do that. Thank you very much. Cade Davis, a no-hitter tonight, his first career no-hitter in high school and in his life. That's outstanding news. All right, it's a great night out here at the ballpark, the Blue Diamond in Leander. Cedar Park keeps their share of first place, an 11-0 road win over the Leander Lions. Season record now 15-6 overall, 7-2 in district. Lions go to 14-7 and 5-4. This is the Timberwolf baseball program's 417th win all time, the 188th win on a live KMAC or Vype broadcast. Next up, more District 25 5A action back at home Tuesday night at 7 p.m. against Liberty Hill. Winners against Rouse tonight, and of course, we'll bring you all the action. Those two teams at least will still be in that first place tie. Special thanks to the whole Vype staff, Operations Director Merle Bertrand, to our QA for this game, Len DeSalvo, our voiceover artist, Roland Ruiz, and our technical support officer, Suna Venkat, who solved the problem with us again tonight. This is Brad Cohn signing off for the Vype Network. See you Thursday.
This has been Vype Live Network's presentation of Cedar Park Timberwolves Baseball. Sponsored by ASI Protection Services, Southern Landscape, Covert Cadillac Buick GMC, Centex Material Handling, The Steam Team, Thundercloud Subs, Bussy Roofing, Empire Home Solutions, and Academy Sports and Outdoors. Join us again for the next worldwide broadcast of Cedar Park